If you just go to YouTube and just type in Southern Soul, you're gonna find that TV show because I did 26 episodes in 6 months.
Wow.
So
Okay.
that's the episode a week. Do the math, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So
Thank
yeah,
you for
you
that
don't see that.
information. All
That's
right.
why. That's why you don't see that much content. To answer your question, that's why you don't see that much content from Southern Soul, because I really want to help a lot of artists as far as getting some visuals and getting them seen, basically placing the face with the voice. But a lot of artists didn't have videos. That goes back to what we're talking about, content. People are just catching up to Southern Soul because there's not as much content. When you look at mainstream music comes out faster than Southern Soul music, right? The artists they're paid to create music faster, right?
Yeah.
They get paid more. It's a bigger demand, right?
Yeah.
So I say that to say, even with the people that's trying to get into the hip hop era, it's a whole bunch of content being created, right? So when you dig and you look through the Southern Soul, there's not that much content being created. But the good thing about it, I'll say this from a business standpoint, it's not about having quantity. It's all about having quality. I would rather have a little something that's good than a whole bunch of mess, right? So I say that to say when you look deep into Southern Soul, you can appreciate it more because it's not full of a whole bunch of garbage. You got artists that's really trying to make it, and I salute every Southern Soul artist because that's why I fell in love with Southern Soul, because I really felt like the artists were being genuine and they were coming from their heart, and they really were. This was really who they are. And when you look into these artists, when you get to know them and just check them out and hang around them and be in the club with them, and you go back and listen to the songs, that's their life. That's who they are. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I can really appreciate Southern Soul artists because now we taking music back to its roots. These artists are talking about just where they from. And last time I checked, it's called a root, right? So we taking music back to the root. There's no agenda in Southern Soul music. Ain't nobody finna try to influence you to do nothing that you don't supposed to be doing or don't want to do, right? When did that become cool? When did that become a thing, right?
Yeah,
so you can really appreciate some soul and blues music because there's no agenda in it. So, yeah, most definitely.
All right. Well, thank you for that information, Poka. Now, do you have any new upcoming future projects you want to tease and let us know about?
I think for my newest project that I'll be working on is a movie, a movie part that I just got for an up-and-coming movie here in Atlanta. That's gonna come out the spring of 2020, and I'll be playing a lead character in that movie, and it's catering to soul and blues. So when I tell you God is good, and that's a project that's I'm so thankful just to be a part of. That's probably the biggest anticipated thing for me, something that I'm really looking forward to doing. Even though I'm working on a whole bunch of other stuff right now, that's just one that probably because it's something that I've never done in a professional light. Like, we all had our takes at acting when you being an artist. That's just part of creating. But as far as just being in a movie, this is my first time being in a movie. So, yeah, I'm going to really have real fun with this. And maybe this is something that God trying to show me, too, to take my career into another light, too, something else to look at, right?
Right.
So, yeah, this project with the movie is my next major project that I'm super duper excited about, and that's what I have in my back pocket for the new year.
All right. Well, thank you for that information. Now, to purchase your tracks on any music outlets online, can you name a few where anyone will be able to see your tracks so they can purchase the singles?
Yep, very simple once again. iTunes.com/Poka Jones. Ain't that something?
Thank you for that information.
Hey, man, this is too easy, right? It's all about marketing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep saying it, right? Make it the easier you make it, the better they'll take it.
All right.
Right.
So Poka
I'm
Jones,
very easy to find.
what is that ultimate desire which you wish your fans and curious minds that are listening to your music? What is that ultimate desire which you wish for them to get out of your music?
The message, the message, the message, the message. If I could get people to start, well, they're starting to do it now. A lot of my close friends and a lot of people I know that surround me, because, you know, it rubs off. Once you change your style and you have more of a grown image, it rubs off on your friends, your peers, and, you know, they start gravitating to it. What I would want to get out of it is to see my people, meaning predominantly in the urban neighborhood, I would like to see it go back to how it was, you know, in the 50s and the 60s, where soul and blues music dominated and the message and the music changed. It was, you know, it was a code in the streets, even here in America.
Yeah.
Just any type of music wasn't being made, you know. It wasn't no such thing as people making music about drugs. It wasn't no thing about it. Damn sure wasn't nothing a thing about black people making songs about killing each other. I know other people sit back and look at that like almost like a fight popping off. Like it's a natural instinct. Let's say you in a room and a group of people just you see a group of people as a certain race. Like you might see a group. I ain't gonna name a certain race or whatever because I don't want nobody to think I'm being racist. But let's say you walk in a room and you see certain colors of people. Out of nowhere, a group of a certain race of people just start fighting. If that ain't your race of people, 9 times 10, you're going to stay out of it. Just natural instinct, right or wrong. Long they'll put you in it, you're going to stay out of it, right or wrong, because you're going to say to yourself, whatever they got going on, that's what they got going on, right? I'm just going to stay out of it and mind my business. That's pretty much how I think other races look at blacks when it comes to us making that type of music. Like, I listen to it and jam to it because, you know, once again, they still get something out of it. It is, they getting the rhythm out of it in the dance. But when it comes to all the negative that's in it, they leave all that alone and they just say to themselves, you know, I guess that's on them, whatever they got going on with that. But we could easily not do that is what I'm trying to say, right? It's sad how many people done lost their life because of a message in some music.
Right.
And the artists that make it, do they interviews? The artists that make the music, do they interviews, like I'm doing an interview now, and then when they get hit with certain questions like, well, what do you think about people saying that your music and the message in your music is the reason young kids are getting killed and using drugs and violence and things like that? The artists have enough nerve to say this as their response. Well, you know, it's just entertainment, and we just do this for entertainment. It's just entertainment.
Yeah.
Every single one is like protocol. Every single is like rehearsed. Every single artist that you ever seen had an influence with a negative message all have the same response when they ask that same question. It's only entertainment. But last time I checked, the people that they target to sell the music to, 12 and the 13-year-olds, the consumers, the one that's buying up the most music, the ones that getting you your streams. That mind is so tender. You're not going to tell me that they think this is just entertainment. You out your mind if you think that they think this is entertainment at 12 and 13 years old. No, because I remember being 12 and 13 years old, and I remember when Ghetto Boys and all them came out and listening to songs like that. And I remember in my mind, you couldn't tell me that wasn't who they really was and that wasn't real. Especially if you listen to it too many times, you actually going to watch it. Well, you already know this, but if you listen to it too many times, what happens next? That becomes your lifestyle, right? You actually start mimicking it, right? So that's why that's very dangerous. So, yeah, I would love to see the message in the music change for my people. Men start dressing nicer for the women, you know, just showing the ladies how much they appreciate them by looking nice, because women really do appreciate a man that takes his time to look nice, vice versa. Vice versa. A dude really appreciate what a woman don't, you know, just put that raunchy on. You can tell she really took her time to look nice. Yeah, they really appreciate that. So, yeah, let's just show that we appreciate each other. It ain't about saying we against society or we feel like we ain't a part of society, because we all know. I'm from the hood. I'm from the streets. So I know firsthand where pants sagging come from. And I won't tell you nothing different. I won't say nothing that sound crazy. I won't say nothing that sound crazy. That sound like it's coming from a perspective of from a person that can't relate to people pants sagging. I know where it come from. I know why it's done. That's basically, that's basically the minority that they call us. Our way of saying bump society. We ain't a part of society. This is how we feel about society. Everything is a reaction when you're dealing with blacks in the urban society. That is our reaction to society. That's what pants sagging is all about, 1,000%. I don't care if nobody else, what nobody else tell you, why they do it. All the stuff that you hear the stories where people to my pants sagging came from jail and all that, them just scare tactics or I'm sorry, but those are some people too that don't know nothing about pants sagging that ain't from the streets. They just looking at it from a certain standpoint and trying to relate it to something to make it look like something for you to defer from doing it. But I'm from that era, and I'm here to tell you that's what it means 1,000%. That is just a reaction from people that's in the streets and how they feel of what part they play in society. And if you don't think I know what I'm talking about, you watch these same people when they go into sophisticated or nice establishments. The first thing they do is pull their damn pants because they feel like they're a part of these certain places. When they have to go into these places, that's when they conform to whatever it is. But when they go back into their world and they feel like they back into their element or their place in society, that's when they let society once again know how they feel about society. This is how we feel about society, period. That's what it means. So until society start doing better, they not gonna pull their pants up, but they feel like they not being respected by society. Am I right or wrong? Do that make any sense? What I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand.
That's where that comes from. Nothing else. Yes.
Well, let's get back to
when we change the message in the music, the pants will pull. I'm telling you the way to do it in a cool way, not no corny ass. Just talking to them saying y'all shouldn't do this. No, don't nobody respect that. You gotta basically the same way it was forced on them. Because society going against them, that was forced on them. So with a message being put in the music in a way to where they can still party to it and have a good time, but the message is changing, it ain't derogatory, and it's actually making us look good and shine on a good light, they'll do it subconsciously. They'll do it without knowing they'll do it. They'll do it because this is what's happening. You see what I'm saying? They'll do it because everybody else is doing it, right or wrong. Just like that's why everybody else is doing it now, right or wrong, because that's just they place in society. But once they feel like they place in society of change and it's a respect for them and they have respect for themselves. So
all right.
If that happened in my lifetime or if I even see a big wave of that happen in my lifetime, I'll feel super duper proud and I will feel like I had a part of that. So
okay.
That's to answer your question. That's the ultimate what Poka Jones want out of this trip, this journey that I'm taking with Soul and Blues. Right?
Okay. All right. Let's get back. Now, you're more than welcome to give a shout out to all the persons that supported you on your music journey. We're almost running out of time. So go ahead and name those favorite persons that have supported you and had your back. Poka?
Well, that's kind of hard to make into a list because if I did that, I would leave so many people out, man. Because like I say, we live in an internet era now, and it's people I've never even met that support me every single day.
Right.
That say good morning, good night every single day. So I'm thankful for anybody that know of me, that follow me, that keep up with me, that listen to my music, that listen to the message that I'm trying to deliver, and just a part of my grind, just taking this journey with me. So that's for anybody that's going along with the ride. Just like I'm a fan of so many people, and I like watching their work. I hope that whoever watches my work enjoy the work, and I thank you, and I'm so appreciative of you. So I'm not going to name just one person. I cannot do that.
Well, all right.
But I will
thank
our creator. I will thank our creator. I will thank our creator for all of us because I'm enjoying this experience that we all having, right?
All right. And the last question I wanted to ask you, do you have any words of wisdom you would like to give before we sign out? Message to the liver, to those that are suffering in the world today, or to those that want to get into the music industry, want to get into Southern soul music. You got a message or an advice, Poka?
Yeah. And I like the way you said that because it goes right along with my message and my advice. And I say this in my shows, and I say it a lot, and it means a lot. It's all about helping somebody else, ladies and gentlemen. It's all about helping somebody else. God put that on my heart ever since I've been walking this earth. Ever